Good morning, everyone. Today's topic is types of variable. Previously, we have discussed arrays. All the 5 recordings are there in the channel. You can watch and practice that. Now it is a primitive variable and reference variable. So there are two types of variable. Okay, one is primitive and one is reference. So what is mean by primitive variable? What is mean by primitive variable? Okay. What is mean by primitive variable? So it represent primitive value. It represent primitive values. It represent primitive value. What is mean by primitive value? I am using data type like int, byte, short, long. When primitive data type, then this variable x equal to going to hold the value 10. So this x is the variable now. So this is called primitive variable. Okay. It can be like short, it can be short, okay, it can be long, whatever. Okay, so whatever, if you are using primitive data type, then this variable is primitive variable. Simple. Okay, what is mean by reference? What is mean by reference? What is mean by reference? Reference means used to refer object. It used to refer objects. Refer objects. For example, what happened? I have told you multiple time, right? What I have told you multiple time. What is that example I am giving you? Try to focus. I have told you employee, one class is there. One class is there. Public 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 class public class employee, public class employee. This is a class na, and for this class you are creating one object. How you are creating object? Use new keyword employee equal to new employee. Public employee equal to new employee. Public employee equal to new employee. So how you can get this object? How you can create an object? So what will happen in background? What will happen in the background? This will be a reference to this object. This object is created now. So this is reference variable. So this is nothing but reference variable. Okay, two type of variable. Now this variable is referring to object now. Okay, when I am typing int x equal to 10, see, in left side of small employee, what is mentioned here? Class name, na? But what happened in front of x? What is mentioned? It is primitive, na? So that's why this is primitive variable and this is reference variable. Reference variable means it is referring to objects. Okay, now clear. Hope you are good, guys. Okay. So it is used to refer object. Okay, simple. So employee equal to new employee. New employee. So in this case, employee is your reference object. Okay. Hope you are good. Okay. Now, this is two type of variable. On what basis we are defining this two type of variable? Okay. Based on type of value. Type. This is type, na? This is type. Int is a type. Type means int, primitive. But here it is a class. Employee is a class. So what is this type? Class. Class means objects. So we called it as reference. This is the two type of variable. This is the first classification. This we can call as first classification. What is another classification? What is another classification? The another classification I will tell you. Another classification we can call it as, let's say, based on the behavior. Okay? Based on behavior. Based on behavior and position. Based on behavior and position. So how many position and behavior we can say? Let's say there are 3 types. Once you are good in first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, then definitely you are good in OOPS concept, 100%. But if initially 3 chapter you are not good, so you will be lagging where? In OOPS concept, collections, okay, then logic building. Okay, so keep those concepts. I will tell you, watch multiple time recordings, watch multiple, do multiple program for practice. If you are playing your finger on keyboard, writing code, then only you will be having that confidence. It is once you are good, just imagine you are learning cycle in your childhood, right? Initially, you will find difficult. 1 day, 2 day, 5 day. Your parents are pushing you, holding the cycle from backside. Okay, so slowly the concept is same to balance the handle, but initially you don't know the handle the balance. But after 10 days, what happens? Suddenly you are thinking there is you behind your father is there, but suddenly he will instead of holding the cycle, he will left the cycle. You are thinking he's still there. You are start balancing the handle, and suddenly you can feel right. You learn the cycle, and later on you come to know your father already leave your cycle, and you are balancing the cycle by you. That is the feeling, na? So any language is also same way. Did you learn Hindi, English, Marathi? No, it is come with practice. It is also Java. In English, ABCD is there. So we started with like int, byte, short, long, float. Then the word, right? Hello. Hello world is like some forming a sentence. Then after the English, what we know? Grammar. So this is logic building means slowly if else will be your grammar, right? This come with practice. When you born, immediately you learn your mother tongue. No, you learn mother tongue slowly with the time, na. Even to learn you whatever Hindi you are now speaking, English you are speaking, Tamil, Telugu, whatever you are speaking, you learn with the time. But now you are a mature guys. That time you were newborn. Now you are mature. You're a college student, pass out student. So that your maturity is there. So you won't require 3 years. You require 5 to 6 months for complete dedication. Then you will understand, right? Behavior based on behavior and position. How many types of variable? Instance variable. Instance variable. The second is what? Static variable. Static variable. Static variable. Then third is what? The third is what? Local variable. The third is local variable. So these are three more types of variable. But we will see what is this static instance means. Instance and static. Instance and static. These are. I recorded the session, na? Yeah, I already recorded. Yeah. I got a message. That's why I'm thinking. Instance and static are related to each other. It means left, it means right. Okay, we will see. So what is instance variable? What is instance variable? Value which is varying from object to object. Value varying from object to object. Value variable. Value varying from object to object. We will see programmatically as well. What will happen? What will happen? Let's say you have employee equal to new employee. You have this piece of code. Your first variable. This is your first variable. Value varying from object to object. You have one object created for this. You have one employee class. Then you have one employee. This is one and this is two. In this two line, what will happen? Just imagine there is a public class. Public class employee. Public class employee. This is your class name. Just imagine this is your class name. Okay. And you have one main method here. You have one main method. I'm not writing, I am shorting. In short, I am typing here. And you have one variable, employee ID equal to employee ID equal to 1. This is the employee ID. This is your class. And for this class, you created one object, another object. Okay. So what will happen here? We will see programmatically. Means this value will vary from this object. An object will be created now. An object will be created for which object? This first employee. There will be one object. Sorry. An object is created for this employee. Another object is created. So data for this and data for this is different now. This is one object, this is another object. So data will vary from one object to another object. Okay, in such situation, we are considering as instance variable. We will see programmatically as well. Okay, let me write one program also. We will see. Let me create one class. See, there are so many class open, right? Test, first program, second, literal, array, example. These many. One by one I can close? No. If I want to close all the, what is the shortcut? Control Shift W. See, automatically everything close, right? What is the shortcut to close all the open classes? In anything is open, any file is open. What is the shortcut? Control Shift W. We know Control D to delete the particular line. Okay, we know now Control M to maximize the screen. We know Control M again to minimize the screen, right? How to format? Control select all first and Control Shift F. For now, I am telling you fifth shortcut. What is the fifth shortcut? Control Shift W. Okay, Control Shift W. So all the open, so five clip shortcut I told you now. If you practice that during your program, then you will hands on. Otherwise, what will happen? You know and God know. Nobody know, right? Now I am creating one class. Let me create one class. Can I create one class employee? Can I create one class employee? Can I give one? Let it be default package. I am not giving any package name. Default package. Can I create one main method? If I will check this box, then what will happen? One main method automatically will be created now. So one method is coming. Why I should type multiple time? I know main method. You also know main method. Multiple time I explain you. So again, I don't need to write main method by my own to save my time. That is why I'm using Eclipse or STS for saving our time. Can I give one variable name? What is our variable name? Let me give one int of employee ID. See this very carefully. Let's say 101 is the employee ID. Int employee ID. It should not be two words. It should be one word. Employee variable name start with small letter. Camel case. There are two words combination. Employee and ID. So next word will start with capital I. This is coding standards you have to follow. Okay. Now this is static method means static area. I will discuss this two also. Okay. Now what we are creating, I will create program now directly. So I will write notes here. Value vary from object to object. So every object will have separate copy. Every object have the separate copy. How separate copy? I will show you. Separate copy. Separate copy. Okay. Now instance variable will be created when at the time of object creation. Life of an instance variable. Now slowly we are discussing life. In every in universe, what is the behavior? Things will born, things will survive, and things will destroy. This is the process now in every life cycle. People will born, people live their life, and people will die in old age. This is common sense. This is universe, and this is applicable to everyone. Similarly, there is a life cycle now. Every time, important interview question, not for core Java, but they will ask you the life cycle of a spring. What is the spring life cycle? Okay. What is the object life cycle? Okay. These are the questions. So life cycle is very much important. You should know. Okay. So what happened? Instance variable will be created at time of object creation and destroyed at when the object is destroyed. Okay. So instance variable will be created at object creation and destroyed when object is destroyed. Object is destroyed. Destroyed. Okay. So this is the minimum common sense. Instance means related to object. Static means it is not related to object, guys. In short, this is important. Whatever point I am discussing, focus, because the same point is applicable to static. Okay. In static, what will happen? If you understand this opposite of this, what will happen? Value varying from object to object, those are instance. But value is not varying from object to object, then it is called static. Same point I am going to write there. What is the next point? Every object has a separate copy. In static, it is not like that. Okay. For every object, separate copy will be created, for instance. But in case of static, entire class have only one copy. Entire class I am telling you. Okay. We'll see it soon. Whatever I'm explaining here, opposite of these points will be kind of for static variable. Very important, guys. Focus. Instance variable will be stored where heap. I did not show you JVM memory, but I will explain you. Okay, let me JVM memory. I will explain you soon, but I want to show you one diagram if it is available. Okay. Tell you so that you can understand the words I am using, heap area, wherever. Just consider this is a memory diagram. This is the memory diagram. Okay. So what is, I will show you in detail as well, but for now, just try to understand. So these are the sections, different section of memory in the JVM. Okay. So which value is going to store where? Just think like this. So whatever the class data is there, class data, whenever I'm creating one class, this class, so its complete data is will be stored where? Method area. Okay, in method area. Whenever I'm creating one object, employee equal to new employee, an object is created, those object data will be stored in heap area. For now, these two terms you understood, right? Method area. So method area will hold what? Every type of static block, static variable, reference. When I'm saying static, whenever the keyword use static, in block, forget about block, you don't know block. Just think about static variable. Employee equal to new employee. So the variable name is static variable or reference variable. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Employee equal to new employee. So employee variable will be in your instance variable. An instance will related to object now. So object will be stored in heap area. Okay. We will see static and some more information slowly. So this is the two place I am talking about during my discussion. Hope you are good. Okay. Now what will instance variable is stored in heap area. Instance variable is stored in where? Heap area. You got right? Heap area is instance area, instance area. Instance area or heap area, both are same. Okay, but but can we access? Can we access from here to here? Can we access this data to? Can we access data from here? What happened? So some data is here, some data is here. We need to understand now how we can access data from here to here. What are the possibility? Are we able to access? Are we not able to access? These are the things which we need to discuss. That is what we are going to discuss. What are the ways to access data from this memory to this memory? Okay, very important, guys. Okay, so try to focus. Okay, I will repeat one more time. No need to worry because this is important. So instance variable, okay, stored in which area? In instance area or heap area. Instance area or heap area. Hope you are good. Whenever you are whenever you are thinking heap or instance, always think about objects. Objects, because our Java is object oriented programming language. Okay, common data means static data. Okay, now where we can access. So instance variable can be accessed directly from instance area. Okay, instance area means for example, this is the area. So we can access its data from instance. When I'm saying the statement, maybe it is complex, but I will explain it programmatically, then you will understand. Okay. So instance variable can be accessed from instance area. Means whatever the variable here inside this area, that can be called from instance area. Now try to understand what is instance area, guys. This is area. I am selecting this line number 6, 7, 8, 9 is selected now. This is area of main method. This is area of main method. But what is the left hand side mentioned in front of main method? Static. So main method is a static. Main method is a static. And whatever we write here, that we call static area. Whatever we are called inside this block we are writing. Block means for this method, main method, open to close flower bracket. That area will be called static area. Similarly, we will see one where is instance area. Okay, so instance variable can be accessed from instance area. Instance variable can be accessed from instance area. Area means not a geometry size area, that particular piece of code. If it is static area, instance means instance area. But we cannot directly access from static area. But not able to access from static area. So if I want to call some instance variable, I am not able to call from this area. Important, guys. This is very important. I want to call some instance variable. Definitely, I won't be able to call from this area. I will show you. I will justify each of my statement, whatever I'm writing. Then we will see in the program. Okay. But how we can access? But by using object reference, we can access instance variable. How we can access? But this is continuation. But by using object reference, we can access instance variable from static area. Very important, guys. Focus in this line. Instance variable. Guys, this variables instance or static. Tell me, think in your brain. It is static word is used? No. So it is a instance variable. It is a instance variable. It is a primitive variable. because its type is int. Its type is int, but any static word is I am using here. No, it is not. We are not using. So this variable is what? This is primitive because its type is primitive. But we are not using any static na. So that's the reason it is an instance variable. This space is what? Static method. So static area. Static. Let me run one system dot or that println. See, slowly we are coming to calling from how to call one place to another place, right? Then you will understand the logical thing. I'm ending this. Now, what is the statement? Now, what is the statement? Let's say I have to call this variable, the instance variable. What is the variable? Employee. Employee ID is. Can I call this? Let me try to call this. When I am using this means I am calling this. 1 minute. It is giving error na. It is giving error. What is that? See, Eclipse ID, STS ID is giving suggestion, surround with try catch. This is exception handling. Change employee ID to static. When I click here, what will happen? See, static. It becomes static. Now error gone, right? Now error gone. When to use instance, when to use static, it is based on requirement. It is not our choice. It is coming when what is our requirement. Okay. So control Z. Oh, sorry. Now it is giving error because this is instance. There is no static word. There is no static word like this. Think in your mind, there are two words. One is static, one is instance. Static means always common. And instance means the information is varying person to person. You are 100 people. 100 people will have different Aadhaar card number na. Your Aadhaar card number is a instance data. But all people belong to India country. So in that requirement, we can reuse India. So we can make country name as static. So as to reuse. So that is what requirement. When we are developing an Aadhaar card application for India, what will be the common thing? Country name is common thing. But coming to state level, you belong to Maharashtra, you belong to Delhi, you belong to Tamil Nadu. What will happen? What for Tamil Nadu people, their state name is common, na? If you belong to Delhi, so this Tamil Nadu is common for you? No. Maharashtra is common for no. People who belong to Maharashtra, for them in such scenario, Maharashtra state will be the common data. Then they in such situation, some application is there. Let's say forget about India application, coming to state level application. There is a same Aadhaar card application for state level. Now everyone from Maharashtra, want to one one minute. Think in this way. When you are developing India Aadhaar card, I am trying to explain use cases. And there is one more app you are trying to develop, Maharashtra Aadhaar card. Let's say we have two Aadhaar card. One is country level and one is state level. What will happen? India level means people from Maharashtra state, Delhi state, Tamil Nadu state, okay, Chennai state, any state. What is common data for them? India. India. In such a country name can be, if you are using variable country name, can we use that static? Because if people want to enroll for India Aadhaar card, its country is also India. Delhi person is country name is also India. Tamil Nadu people country name is also India. Chennai people country name is also India. So for why to reuse? Why to reuse every time? Why to create country name every time? So many objects for only country. It will be waste of memory now. So instead, we will create one. There will be loaded one data will be there, and we can reuse now for Maharashtra, one for Delhi, for Tamil Nadu, for Chennai, right? Similarly for Maharashtra, in this case, country name is static. But let's say this is use case number one, and this is use case number two, where you are developing one Maharashtra Aadhaar card. So people from Nagpur, people from Pune, people from Mumbai, any district from Maharashtra, they will try to enroll this Aadhaar card for Maharashtra state. What is the common for them? State name is the common na. So in this situation, your state name is a static. Your state name is static. So we can create one static variable. We can reuse for Nagpur people, Pune people, Mumbai people na. So in such situation, you have to understand what is the situation, when to use static, when to use instance. This depend on the common sense and the understanding and the requirement. Okay, but what to use, when to use is very important. Now, employee ID is there. Okay, now I am not able to use when I am removing this word. Do I am able to use this? Let me comment this. Let me run intentionally so that you will learn what is the error. What is the error? Cannot make it. I am not telling you this is coming from Java. Cannot make a static reference to non-static field employee ID. So employee ID is a non-static field. When I am saying instance means opposite of static. Opposite of static means non-static. So non-static field ID cannot be called from static reference. So this area is static area. We cannot call it. How we can call it the other way? There is a one way to create an object. How I can create an object? Employee equal to new employee. They will give you small program, not in ID. They will give you program in Notepad++, and they will ask you, they will remove this line and ask you interview, is this program is going to run or not? Tell me. This will be your interview question. Because there is no ID, they will ask you to write this. They will give you in the chat, hey guys, tell me in this way. Now I am taking an interview. Hey man, just I am pinging this code in your chat. Can you paste in your notepad? And can you please let me what is the problem with this code? They will ask you and test you your core JavaScript in this way. Then you will say everything is fine, public is fine, class is fine, employee is also fine, entry is also fine, this is also fine, this method is also fine, this sysout statement is fine. There is no problem. Then, sir, this program will run successfully. He will say, yeah, let's start from another question. But there is a problem because this is an employee ID, which is an instance you are calling from static, which is not possible. If you answer this, then he will ask you next question. So how you can do that? You can do that by using object reference. We can access instance variable from static area. How? For that, you have to create one class. Comment this line. Sir, I know this. I will tell you how to call this. Employee. This is my class name. This is my class name. What I will do, instead of calling directly, I will copy my sysout statement here. Screen is struck. Screen is struck. Screen. Now, instead of calling in this way, how I can call my employee ID? Using this variable. Using this variable. How variable name dot, variable name dot this. This is my variable name, reference variable name. This is my primitive variable name. How you can call this way? Now I will run the program. Let me try this. Is it valid? Is it valid? Is it valid or not? They will ask you interview question in this way. Now I will run the program. Any error is there? No. So now my output is coming in this way. Concept. One line concept, one interview question. If you understand this, then you are eligible for next question. They will ask you silly question like this. What from my past experience, my knowledge, and to bring in front of you guys so that instead of facing such silly mistake in your question, you can utilize my knowledge and my learnings and my experience so that this you should avoid repetition and you will practice in such a way that instead of zero, you are starting from something, you are bootstrap yourself from some knowledge. Okay, now you know the interview question. They will ask you such small question. Then you will see, right? Everything for such question, they will ask you to use Notepad or Notepad++, and they will ask you to keep this in chat like this. Then you will see, sir, everything is fine. Semicolon is also fine. Double quote is also fine. But there is a problem here. When you will be able to answer once you know this concept. Otherwise, you have lost your one question opportunity. They will, if you are good, you are saying, sir, no, there is a problem in this question. Why? He will ask you, what is the problem? Everything is fine. You have to explain, sir, this is employee ID is the instance, non-static. But this main method is a static, So this is not a valid case. We cannot able to call or use this from our employee ID, from instance variable. He will ask you next question. Then how you will do that? Sir, I will comment this line. I have to create an object, I will create an object. Employee. What is the spelling? Employee equal to new employee. People are not able to crack interview because of this thing. They will realize it's upon employee ID like this. This will be in your sysout statement. Then it will be run. I won't want to write again, same thing. This way you have to write. Forget about this thing. If you don't write this also, only thing will happen, value will only print, not meaningful statement. This is coming due to other project error. 101 is printed, but what is mean by 101? You have to give some meaningful answer. Hope you are good. This is one concept, guys. Now, this is one method. Can I use one more method? I can use one method. This is static method. Can I use instance method? Yes. What is the area of this 6 to line number 30? So I need to create method outer this block. So I can create here now. Now slowly concept is increasing. How I can create method name? Let's say my method name is method 1. I can give anything. Method 1. Is that fine? This is the syntax of method, But guys, what is the error? Try to understand. It is giving set, either give return type is void, okay, or it is a constructor. Now what is constructor? Forget. We are not yet started constructor. We are in method. What is the method? Always method should have void. When we will use void? When it is not giving any output. When we are expecting some output, we can write that particular type. At this moment, I don't want any output from this method. Now, the syntax is complete, but I want to declare it public. We are not fully understand what is public, private. We will soon understand something in upcoming session. Now I want this method will be called, and whatever this method logic is there, that should print. What is my logic? System dot out dot println is my logic, and I want to print the value of employee ID from method one. From method one is, what is the method one? This plus. I can use this employee ID na EMP control space. It will give you control space. I don't know why some error is there. Let me copy. It is little slow, my PC. It is stuck. Allow me a second. Employee ID should come here. Here we go. Now, employee ID came. Now, tell me, guys, forget about these two lines now. I'm commenting this line. This method is static or instance. This is main method. We are using static word, so it is a static. But this method, we are not using any static word here. So this method is, if I will use static, what will happen? Error. Where? Here. But when I am removing this, no error. Concept. So static method can call, sorry, non-static method can call non-static variable. Simple. But can I run this program? No. If I run this program, anything will be printed? Nothing will be printed, guys. Why? Main method is here. Your another method is here. How you will call this method? This is very, very, very important. How you can call this? To call any instance, to call any non-static, you require object of that particular class. How you can write this? By using this line. You have the class name employee and you have this variable employee. With this variable, you can call this employee ID using this line. With this variable, you can call this method. That line I will add here. How? See, employee dot method one. It is giving a suggestion. I write only ME, but it is giving you a suggestion. It is going to call. Now, main method start from this line. It will create an object using this line, number 9. Then when it will reach to line number 12, it will see I have an object reference employee, and it is calling one method. Where is this method? It will come to line number 17, and then line number 18 will be called, and output will be displayed like this, and you will able to see the output in your console, because line number 18 is printing. But if I comment this line, what will happen? Will this method is going to call? No, there is no connection. There is no connection. Important. There is no connection, so no output. There is no connection, no output. I run the program. Again, I am running in front of you. Running this. It is showing terminated because it is executed. No problem is there. But there is sysout statement. I want to print this. This sysout statement belong to this method. And do I am calling this method inside this block? Because now what, without any calling, what happened? Main method will run. It will create one object. And after that, it won't find any other line. It will be terminated after this line. But when I am using this line, what will happen? Main method will be started. Employee object will be created. With that object reference, we are calling instance method. That is, we are calling non-static method. And then output is print. Then this method will be called. Line number 17, the flow will come. And this method will be called. Now, this will run the output like this. Hope you are good. So output is coming. But guys, today in this code, one method, one main method. Tomorrow in the project, there will be 100 method. There will be 100 method, 1000 line of code. How you will understand? Then the the main picture came is debugging. Debugging is very important tool. People are not teaching debugging, but I will teach you that debugging, how to do debug, how to understand the flow in upcoming session. So that's why you have to focus, you have to understand, you have to practice. Slowly concept will increase. If you focus on starting 3 chapters, then your life will become easier. Initially, 3 to 4 chapter, fundamentals, operator, flow control. This is one kind of flow, na? Here you are coming, then you are going here. Some more example you will see. But hope this will example help you how we can call one method. What is our concept of instance variable? We are justifying every statement during our program. Theory plus program, we are focusing. Our focus is this. Okay, hope you are good. I will stop the session. You will join the session tomorrow. And 100% for sure, let me stop the recording.